This is my score for Donkey Kong Bananza. It has such great original gameplay, stunning visuals, creative level designs, and a fantastic soundtrack. This game was a birthday gift from my mom, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. That being said, it has issues. Now, before you get me in the comment section, hear me out. I knew the moment I touched Donkey Kong Bananza, I wanted to talk about it. However, looking online, everyone was praising this game, and I didn't feel like I could add anything meaningful to the discussion. I almost didn't make this video because of this. Yet, while playing the game, I noticed things these videos weren't talking about or were glazed over. I feel like if all someone sees are these videos, they may have the wrong idea on what the game actually is. That's why, despite my love for the game, I want to mention its issues, hoping that this is something helpful I can provide to the community. Let's get this straight. Donkey Kong Bananza is made by the same people who made Super Mario Odyssey, but unlike Odyssey, Bananza has a slow start. Boss fights are fun, but can be beaten in less than 20 seconds. Level tasks are overly simplified, and DK is overly powerful. It took me 16 hours and 50 minutes to beat Bananza, and the first 7 hours of that, the game didn't click with me because it was too easy and there was no threat of death. I understand this game is for a younger audience, but even Odyssey felt challenging before you left the tutorial area. I think this slow start is Bananza's most understated problem, as roughly 40% of the main game feels like a tutorial. The frame rate drops in this game. I almost only saw this when exiting the map, and I promise it's not a big deal, but it is surprising that it's in such a flagship title for the Switch too. Bananza forms are stupidly overpowered and make almost every aspect of the game too easy. I chose not to use them, but the game forces you to use them. This is fine for sections so clearly designed for the power-ups, but unfortunately they didn't stop there. I would run into a puzzle or challenge that made me feel like maybe I could come up with some unique strategy to solve it, to eventually realize it can't be done as DK and needs a Bananza form that trivializes the problem. At this point, I want to draw a dark line across the video. Everything I mentioned so far is unbiased issues with the game that everyone will experience. Everything I'm about to mention is personal issues I had with the game, which will be a problem for some, but not for others. First off, $70. I don't know if I stand by that price point or not, but I'm surprised no one is talking about this. I feel like Nintendo has successfully pulled a fast one by releasing this right after the $80 Mario Kart World game, as people seem okay with Bananza because at least it's not $80. The jump button is to the right and the pound button is at the bottom. When set like this, I would pound down when meaning to jump. After I swapped them, I would jump when meaning to pound down. I feel like the game sticks too closely to Odyssey's themes. Like Odyssey had a race in it, so Bananza needs one too. I was surprised to see as much loading as there is when transitioning between levels or side rooms. Mario's moves are dependent on his movement, which Mario can control at all times. DK's moves are based on destruction, which is dependent on the environment, and I didn't like not having his full moveset at all times. Exploration. I personally don't like the feeling of destroying an environment to see every little secret that it has. I feel like I might be breaking something that I might need for later, but the game constantly forces the player to destroy things in order to advance. My personal biggest gripe with Bananza is it doesn't say, hey, we got unbreakable metal in key places so the level won't be destroyed, so chip away. It doesn't say that the straightforward path is actually quite long, so there's no need to dig around to extend a short playtime. It doesn't give you any direction at all. I get that they don't want to limit player freedom, but I got the, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do vibes near the beginning of this game. That's it. That's all my little issues I had with this amazing game. Feel free to state your opinions in the comments. I'm big on open discussion. I hold no comments, allow swearing, and am fine with both negative and positive feedback. Feast Layer is the best level. Bye!